Yeah. Who am I? Someone that's afraid to let go. You decide if you're ever gonna.
Alright, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Baby G here, back with a brand new top 5 video. I thought, since the Blackout Beta is officially over, might as well go over the things that were so great about the beta and, make a top 5 on it. I had a lot of fun on the beta, lots of good things, a couple negative things, but that's what I'm focused on in this video. I want to go over the best things about the beta that made it so great. I don't really have anything to play until the full game comes out in October, so I'm just gonna have to wait until then. I'm gonna have to suffer, but might as well go over my favorite things about the Blackout Beta. Keep in mind while you're watching this video, this is going to be my opinion, not yours. Obviously, our opinions are going to be different, so please do not hate on the video just because my opinion is different from yours. But yeah, let's go ahead and get right into the number 5 spot. So coming in at the number 5 spot, we have the vehicles. Now, Blackout was filled with a bunch of different vehicles. You had the ATV, you had the truck, and you had the helicopter. That's all I really am sure of. Oh yeah, there's the boat too, but that one doesn't really count. Anyway, so these 3 vehicles were very well balanced. Like, none of them were too OP or like insane, like you couldn't stop someone from using them. The helicopter, well, didn't take that much to shoot down. Obviously, it shouldn't. It's probably the rarest one, so obviously you shouldn't be shooting down from like a fucking SMG or something. I used it in one of my videos that I uploaded on Blackout, and it's a lot of fun to drive. It feels awesome flying a helicopter, playing Call of Duty at the same time. It's pretty fucking dope, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, the truck and the ATV, they weren't really too hard to drive. They were a little bit loud for my liking. You can't really get around without being noticeable, but that's kind of the risk you have to take while using them. If you're going to use them to get to places faster, people have to know where you are, so you have to risk getting shot. But yeah, they're pretty well balanced overall, just really good. Now, coming in at the number 4 spot, we have the attachments. Now, this might sound kind of weird. How can you put this as a top 5 favorite things about Blackout? It's just something that's kind of a small addition to the game, and I'll tell you why. The reason why I really like the attachments is because there was so many different varieties, and overall just changed the whole aspect of how the gameplay moved and stuff, because once you got the gun, you had to find attachments to make the gun even better. Like in Fortnite or something like that, once you find the gun, you're kind of done already and you have the gun, but finding attachments means you can switch it up. The playstyle is different each time you use the gun, so it's not the same thing every single time. It kind of helps that replay value. You're changing up how you like the gun. You can find a combination that works so good, and once you get all your attachments on the gun, you just feel like a god. Like, you feel like anyone that walks in front of you, they're just gonna get instantly melted. Having all your attachments on with a nice scope and a suppressor, man, it was so fucking nice. I felt like no one can touch me. The only complaint I have, and maybe I just didn't notice this, I'm pretty sure I just definitely know you can't do this, but I don't like how if you have all your attachments on a gun and you want to get a new gun, you have to drop every single attachment separately and then drop the gun, then pick up the new gun, then pick up all the attachments. But that part is kind of annoying, but I understand why. If you were able just to switch, it would be too easy. They gotta make the game a little bit difficult, so that's kind of why I understand why they did that. But yeah, overall, really like the attachments. I liked all of the different ones, and that's why it's at our number 4 spot. Now, coming in at the number 3 spot, we have the fact that Blackout was, a Battle Royale game mode. And hold on for a second, I know that sounds kind of weird. I know I've kind of talked about Battle Royale and how I don't like it in Call of Duty, but just hold on for a second. The reason why I'm okay with Blackout being Battle Royale is the fact that it's different. Call of Duty has been very, very repetitive. Obviously, the movement has changed, but that's not really a big factor for Call of Duty. It changes the multiplayer play style, but then it becomes the same movement for the next few years, so it's not really that much of a change. I think Battle Royale in Call of Duty now was a good idea. It's really fresh and new, and it's something the franchise definitely needed. I think people are responding well to it. It was a very, very good game. Like, it flowed super well. I still see a lot of comparisons to PUBG, and I still think it's pretty close to it myself. It's very similar, but the games are very similar, so like, you can't really, deny them for making it like that. People are like, oh, they can't copy Fortnite. Well, no shit, they're just completely different games. So if you want to draw a comparison to PUBG, I can see why you would do that, but it's still very, very good. It's obviously in first person, which is dope. It basically just felt like free-for-all on a big map, but also search and destroy. It was really cool. Like, Call of Duty just feels so different now, and I don't think I'm gonna play it too much. I'll be focusing on multiplayer, but I definitely think it's gonna be something fun to play every once in a while with some friends. Overall, it was just something the game needed. Like, we needed something different. We are on the very, very last straw of like Call of Duty. Like, they need something to revive this franchise, and I think Blackout actually might possibly do it, and Blackout's 4 in general, honestly. As long as they don't just focus on one versus the other, like they don't just focus on multiplayer instead of Battle Royale and vice versa, I think if they can find a healthy balance in supporting them, we will have a lot of fun on both of them. It'll just be overall a great year. So coming at the number 2 spot, we have the guns overall. I really, really love the guns in Blackout. Blackout. All of them were, you know, fun to use, except for like the shotguns and the pistols, but nobody likes to use those in any of the games. You know, you have my favorite gun in there. You have the Spitfire, you have the Rampart, you had the ABR, a lot of great guns from multiplayer that I loved using. You know, they were very well balanced. Like, none of them were too OP. I mean, obviously you had the fucking ray gun, but that should be OP. It's really rare and it's hard to get, so obviously you need a good gun like that, you know, to if you get to a point where you can actually get it, you should be able to use it and actually just dominate. But yeah, nothing was too overpowered. The LMGs, the ARs, the SMGs, everything was just fit to balance pretty well, and that's kind of fucking really hard to say because usually Call of Duty is terrible at balancing weapons, but they did a very good job in Blackout. There was nothing that was too insane or something that was just really shitty. The snipers, on the other hand, were very, very nice. I think there's a little bit too much sway for, you know, Call of Duty being, you know, Call of Duty. Obviously, like Battle Royale games, you have to have sway because like there's bullet traces, but Blackout didn't. So I mean, I think snipers because you use a little bit less sway, but not really a big deal or anything like that. But yeah, overall the guns were very solid, very smooth, and I loved them. So yeah, that's why they come in at the #2 spot. So last but definitely not least, at the #1 spot, we have the nostalgia. Now, I'm gonna explain myself for a second. The reason why I'm putting nostalgia at #1 is because like the things they did on this map were fucking amazing. You had so many amazing maps from past Call of Duties like Nuketown, Firing Range, Array, all of these classic maps that were so good in Call of Duty, and they brought them to this game, and it made me feel like I don't know, so nostalgic, and it was really, really nice to think like Call of Duty was so great back then, and they're trying to take it back there. I mean, I don't want to say that it made me a little bit emotional, but it kind of did, you know, because it took me back to the days where I was in 4th, 5th grade playing those maps like on multiplayer when they was still in its prime, and it was just so amazing to think about how far we've come. The nostalgia factor was definitely there in this game, and it was really, really fun playing it. I enjoyed it so much, dropping in at fucking Nuketown on a battle royale and killing people, which was just so fun. Firing Range was definitely my favorite spot to drop. A lot of good guns there, and you know, I just love the map so much. It was so clean. The map looks so good. I guess you could say the map and the nostalgia kind of go together on this one. They were both just so good, and I loved it. Like, wow, I really never thought I would say that I would love Blackout and Battle Royale and Call of Duty in general so much. I think just having that nostalgia factor really kicked in my love for the game right away, and it made me want to play the game even more and really find my interest in it, and that's just something that I really, really love about it. So with all of that being said, that is pretty much going to wrap up the top 5. Hope you guys did enjoy. Like I said, Blackout was a lot of fun. I really am sad I have to wait 3-4 weeks for the full game to come out. It's going to be a lot of pain to wait for it, but it'll be all worth it in the end. Thank you guys so much for the support on my last video. It's doing so well right now. Bunch of likes, bunch of comments, bunch of views. Thank you guys so much. It makes me come back, you know, so happy. And it honestly made me want to grind making videos again. So I'm going to do that for you guys as much as I can. Anyways, guys, if you guys did enjoy, make sure to drop a like, make sure to subscribe. Let me know in the comment section what you guys like most about Blackout. I'm interested in knowing. But yeah, guys, it's been your boy Baby G. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.